Hello YouTube. I am doing a requested video for MariChanel316, who left a beautiful comment on one of my prior videos, and she had mentioned that she said if I would do a perfume video on what I would choose to start a perfume wardrobe for a beginner. So this is just some ideas. This is just a small sampling. Now, fragrance is really something that's made to please the senses. Most people do something that they like, whether it's something visual, something tactile. A lot of people do wine tasting, which is kind of what I compare my fragrance addiction to. Some people like to go and try different wines, and this is something that pleases the sense of smell, because to me it triggers memories, it promotes feelings. It's just another form of exploring your senses and enjoying something that is very varied, very different. It means it comes from different places, different things. When you decide to do a fragrance wardrobe, it doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be varied. It could be one fragrance. It could be a lot of fragrances. It all depends on what you personally and what fits your lifestyle. So if you look at some of my previous videos, I have plenty of different fragrances, different houses. I am on a fragrance journey. I just want to see, just like somebody who likes to travel, or somebody that likes to try different foods, or somebody that likes to taste wine. I'm on a journey just to try different things. So these right in front of you here are just a few that just gives you kind of ideas and samplings of places and where to get, or an idea. I do want to mention that this isn't something to say you need a lot of money to buy fragrances, or you don't need to travel very far for fragrances. Some people buy, if you go to Bath and Body Works and those body sprays, which I happen to have a few myself, I happen to love them. I am on, like I said, a journey just to experience different things and different I don't know, like I do portables. I like them to be in my car. I have air fresheners. I put it in my rug when I vacuum. So again, this is just something, a small, tiny idea that was given to me by a lovely subscriber. At least I hope she subscribes, he or she, because they left a lovely comment. So I'm going to start with something that we have. There's different categories of fragrances, and everybody has a different opinion of what is considered what. I mean, there's debates and arguments, but basically we're going to start with designer and niche, and then there could be whatever, any other category you feel like naming or describing. I'm going to start with one of the most popular fragrances. This is Acqua di Gioia. I would say Gioia. And it's by Giorgio Armani, a very popular, very amazing, delicious, beautiful fragrance, which if you go on Fragrantica.com, it will tell you there's many different formulations of this fragrance. Now, the thing about designer fragrances, and this is another one, this is by Calvin Klein. This is beauty. And this is beautiful. It is very jasmine-y and floral and strong. As anyone who likes Calvin Klein knows, the reason why I picked these two as an example is designer fragrances, in my opinion, this is my opinion, I do have quite a few. They're really made for mass marketing. They go to the Macy's. They want to sell thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of bottles to promote the brand. And then when that particular fragrance is done for the season, they're going to put out something else. And to them, it's about a fast turnover. It's about what the fragrance of the season is. For Acqua di Gioia, there's so many different variations since it was launched. And they do it as try the fresh one, try the strawberry one, try the peach one, try the, whatever. And then they are always trying to update them just, for purchasing and for marketing. It's more based on a mass, in my opinion, a mass consumer versus the more particular or specific looking consumer. So this was Aqua de Joya and this was Beauty. Let's get them out of the way. And then I'm going to show you. This is, I'm going to just pick this just as a quickie. Now, this is debatable. This is Elizabeth and James, and they say that it is a niche fragrance. There's white and black. And white and black is, this is just a little lip gloss set. Let's do the back. And this is black for her, yet I know lots of men that wear this. And, you know, when you start saying niche, what that really is, it's more of a limited market. You're not going to find this everywhere. It's more of a limited market. The price tag is a little higher. The ingredients for that price tag should be a little more intense. Usually you find that way. So this is Elizabeth and James, found in Sephora. I think it's a Sephora exclusive. Now, getting back to a fragrance wardrobe. Designer fragrances are a great way to start for a fragrance wardrobe, as is, like, let's say your Bath and Body Works. Now, these, I'm going to show you these two at the same time. Okay. This is two fragrances from L'Occitane, which is a brand that is, they make body products, fragrances, and these were launched a few years ago. I was very lucky to get these two. I have two more at home. I have an iris. This is a jasmine. I do like jasmine. And this is a mimosa. And these are pure perfumes. These were a little more pricey than your standard designer. They are only sold through the boutique. Now, this is a boutique fragrance. So if you like a certain line or if you like a certain product that is made by a certain company, Clarins makes a fragrance, Estee Lauder make a few. Now, Estee Lauder people say are designer, or they call them department store fragrances. Again, to me, it's not about what category they fall into as much as the availability that you have to try them. These are harder to try because you have to go to the boutique and hope they have them in stock. And designer fragrances you can usually find everywhere, and even call the company and they'll mail you samples. This is a brand-only fragrance. These are Tokyo Milk, which I have to say they're one of my top favorite fragrances. First of all, it's the packaging. They tell you exactly what it is and what's in it. Okay. They do make coordinating products to go with it, hand creams and such. That's the back. This is only made by Tokyo Milk, distributed by a Tokyo Milk distributor, which is boutique-y. Not every boutique is going to have them. And I have to say, for as much as I've traveled, I only found this in one boutique on the East Coast. Meaning where you can walk in and get them. You can get these online. There is a Tokyo Milk website, and you can go there and get it online. So you can look on Fragrantica.com and you could shop for fragrances that have notes that you like in it. You can click notes and then you could try that. This happens to be Hanamori. This is number 7. Hanamori. And I bought it because they painted the bottle at Christmas and they did a beautiful job. And of course I was mesmerized by it. And it was for charity as well. It's a more expensive, I don't know if you want to call it designer. I don't know if you want to call it niche. Everybody I don't know exactly what category this one falls into. Let me move these out of the way. But again, the whole idea of a fragrance journey or fragrance wardrobe, some people want to have fragrances as varied as their clothing. The whole idea of fragrance is really what it does for you. I love different. I love to have one thing in the morning, one thing in the middle of the day, one thing at night. Now, if I know I'm going to be on the road for a long time driving, let's say like I do a 17-hour day, I'll put on something like Green Irish Tweed, which lasts like 2 days, or Santal 33, which lasts a long time. And they do change. And in the morning you get it's one way. And then when my driving partners get in and when my customers get in and like 3 in the afternoon, they'll say, oh, that's beautiful. Now, it smells totally different than what you wore in the morning. Again, that's just what I do. Not everybody wants to do something like that. So I hope this was helpful, or at least an idea of some kind of fragrances that you can get or where to get them. Like I said, the best thing to do is to do what suits you. Do you like to change? Do you want to have more than a basic few? Do you want to have what I do with my fragrance sets is I put them in a bookshelf and I line them up? Or do you want to have just something that's, some people say is their signature scent? Things last and work differently in the summer, in the spring, in the fall, in the morning, in the noon, in the night. And a lot of times if you add lotions to that and hairsprays and cosmetics, it changes the way it is. So as far as answering your question or helping you out, I would start with, how are you? What is it you do in your job? You can't, if you're in a crowded group of people, you can't want something that's going to knock them out. If you want something that's very floral and you work outside, be prepared to run from the bees, like I do half the time. Be prepared to have bugs come at you. Some fragrances chase bugs away, some bring them to you. But like I said, please understand that this is something that's tailored to each individual as you see fit, as your budget sees fit. And just because you might want to buy that $800 bottle of Creed, that doesn't mean that there can't be something that you cannot find that is just like it. There is a fragrance from Frederick Malle that's made by John Cortellana, and it's the exact same thing that he produces for Hermes. So in Hermes, it's $105 for Voyage. In Frederick Malle, he did, I think it was Brigidaire Concentré. I think that's what it was. Or Cologne Indelible. One of those two was by John Cortellana. And it is exactly a dupe. Exact dupe. It smells just like a Voyage from Hermes. And just like some people say, there are notes in Voyage that smell like this. And you could get this for much less than you can for Voyage. So like I said, everything depends on what you like, what it does for you. I like to feel fresh. I love it to smell... when you take that deep breath and it just makes you relax. I like lavender notes. I like jasmine notes, mimosa notes. Sometimes I like something deeper, like tobacco vanille, if I'm going to be out for a long time. Or like I said, green Irish tweed, which is something a little heavier. Everything depends on you yourself. How do you dress? How do you feel? Some days you might feel differently. You might want to try something different. Please feel free to leave any comments you like on my channel. I didn't post any of the more expensive fragrances because I feel there was no need for it. This was just an idea to give you because I was asked a question, and I hope this answered you. And like I said, please feel free. You can always check out my Instagram, or you could check out other videos that I have on this channel. And this is something that's a personal journey for yourself. And truthfully, I do tell people to basically start if they have nothing. I would even go to a Bath and Body Works because they have so many. And they're so lovely, and you could build a fragrance layer between the shower gel and the spray, and they have a room spray and a hand cream, and that's just as lovely as getting something like this, which is light, but it lasts a long time, or this, which is a heavier, musky, it says sweet jasmine, but it's pretty heavy. The sugared grapefruit, there you go, the sugared grapefruit gives it a deeper smell, and it's pretty heavy, and you could smell it till like 4 or 5 hours. It depends on everything is custom to yourself. The only thing I do suggest is don't go trying something on then go right into work, or don't go spraying something and then have to go if you're going to be in a car for a long time and have to, if the smell's going to make you nauseous. Usually what I suggest, if you're going to experiment a little bit, and you don't always have to put it on your pulse points. I spray it down the front of my shirt so it sticks on my shirt a little, so that as it wears off it still lingers on my shirt at a lighter weight of what the fragrance is. Or sometimes I missed my car, or sometimes I missed my jacket. Some fragrances wear better on clothing. Some fragrances I spray on my curtains. It all depends on what you like and where you like to smell it and what you like to feel. But just don't go spray something very heavy and then go into work. I do suggest, if it's something that if you have allergies or if you're so sensitive, I would do it where you definitely have a sink nearby where you can wash up, or do it at night if there's something you want to try. Well, like I said, I hope this answered your question. I will be trying to film more this week. Again, I'm sorry it was so long, but take care, and stop by some more often. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye.